Hey YouTube family, it's me and Merlis. Today is Sunday, 3/11. I'm coming to you with part 2 on the update of my weight loss journey. First of all, I like to say words cannot begin to express my heartfelt how I feel about this community. All the cards and the private messages, the phone calls, showing so much love for me and my family at this time. You guys are great. And I say, here's my Oscar. And the Oscar goes to the weight loss community, because you guys have really did it. If it hadn't been for you guys and my family, I don't know how I would have made it. But I want to go over today and let you guys know what happened in the week coming up to the weight loss surgery. As you know, I was anticipating on not having the surgery. My husband was in the hospital for a week, and I kept asking him, I said, baby, you know, do I need to cancel this surgery and wait until I can take care of you? And he was just so insistent on, no, you've been through too much. You're going to get this, sir. I'm going to be just fine. So on Wednesday, the doctors came in and they talked to us and they said everything, you know, seemed to be back in line and that he could, you know, be released from the hospital. And what happened with him, he had been taking Plavix, a blood thinner, and his immune system had started attacking his body. So they had to do what is called a plasmapheresis, where they took all the plasma out of his blood and replaced the plasma so it would stop attacking his body. So that was very successful. So Wednesday he got out the hospital. Thursday and Friday was two of the most beautiful days of my life. I can't even begin to tell you how special those days were. I mean, just Thursday, we just was painting the town. We were just doing everything. We had so much fun. Thursday we went and put some tires on his car. He bought me this TV right here, and we then on Friday, I said, oh baby, I said, you know, I want to have the Last Supper, and my last meal was gonna be, it's a place out in Wilmington called Charlie's. And we go there all the time. We get these sandwiches. And I was like, oh, let's go to Charlie's. So we went to Charlie's. And I got a chicken salad sandwich. And, you know, everything was good. And we went around. We have some vending machines. So we went and we filled up the vending machines. And we messed around. I had an appointment at the clinic, Hubert Humphrey. And I had to go pick up a prescription. But as soon as I walked in the door, first thing everybody hollered, where that crazy husband of yours? He sure got to make us laugh today. I said, oh, he out there, he coming. And I said, he on the roll today. So he was, you know, we was just so happy. I don't know what was wrong with us. We was acting like we were just giddy, just kids, everything was funny. We were just laughing, everything. So Saturday, he decides that he's going to go see his mom. And so he said, well, baby, I'm probably going to take you to see my mom. And he said, no, he said, no, you stay home. He said, because I tell you what, just so happened, and look how God is. God brings you together for a certain reason. His brother was scheduled to come in on Monday. Him and his wife was going to be here for 2 weeks on vacation. So he said, I'll tell you what, he said, you just stay home and get some rest. And since, you know, I got to bring my brother and his wife to see you in the hospital, I'll just bring my mom too. So I said, okay, that's fine. So he went on and saw them, and so they was going to come see me on Monday or Tuesday. And so he said, I'll see you on Sunday morning. So Sunday we gets up and he left to get some coffee. He came back, and then he said, you know, he started telling me, you know, I'm just not feeling well. I said, feeling well? I said, how are you feeling? And he said, kind of like what I did when I went into the hospital. I said, well, baby, let me go on and cancel this surgery and let's go on back out here to this doctor. He said, no, baby, I keep telling you, you're not going, just let me get you to the doctor, and I said, well, we have a friend, mutual friend, David. I said, well, let David take me to the hospital. He said he always gets mad when somebody else, he always say, they're not your responsibility, you're my responsibility. He always said that I was his responsibility, nobody else. So anyway, we goes out to the hospital, and I was checking in. I got checked in, and I was sitting downstairs waiting on them to do the paperwork so they could take me upstairs to see, to get my room. So I was like, okay, everything's, he seems a little better. So then he laid across my chest, and he said, baby, I just feel bad. And all of a sudden, he just started to vomit. And then the lady came and said, the lady who was coming to get me to take me, said, so what's wrong? I said, oh, he's feeling a little sick. She said, well, let's take him to emergency. And he said, no, all I want to do is get her to a room. I want to know that she's safe in this room, and I'm not worried about me now. It's about her. And I said, well, baby, he said, no, I'm going to get you in the room. Then I'm just going to go home and lay down. I just need to get some rest. So I said, okay. So the lady got me up to the room. He said, okay, baby, now I got you safe into this room. I'm going home and get some rest. I said, okay. So I looked out the window, and I happened to see his car, where his car was parked. And I was like, oh, okay, he doesn't have to walk far. And because I was worried, because he said he had a little bit of shortness of breath. See, I can cough. It doesn't hurt. So he said, so I'm watching him walking down. I'm watching him walk to the car. So I dialed his number, but I dialed everything but the last number. And so I said, so then when he got to the car, I pushed the button and the phone rung, and I said, hey baby, I said, turn around. And I said, I can see you. And I said, wave to me. So he waved, and I said, blow me a kiss and tell me you love me. So he blew me a kiss. He said, I love you. I said, I love you too, baby. And he went on, and that was the last time I seen my baby. So on Monday, it was surgery time. I was thinking that he was in the waiting room because my 17-year-old daughter was coming, and then he was going to be there with her. But I didn't realize how much time had got away during that day, because they picked me up like at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I really wasn't aware that it was already 6 o'clock in the evening, Monday evening. But I had asked them, I was in recovery, so I asked them, is my daughter still? I said, yeah, your daughter's out there. And I said, is there a man out there? What? He said, yeah, it's a man. So I'm thinking like that's my husband. But so then a little while went past, and then I said again, I said, is my daughter out there? He said, yeah. I said, can you describe the man that's with her? I said, because I want to know who's out there. And so they described him. And I said, oh no, that's her uncle. And just like that. Excuse me, let me let my dog out. So they said, no, and I said, well, that's her uncle. Then I was kind of thinking, well, that's kind of funny that that he hasn't stuck his head in this room, because he's gonna be really like voiceful, like, oh, I gotta see her, I gotta let her know I'm here or whatever. But then like I said, I was in recovery, so they kept giving me the morphine and all, and that, so time just kept passing by. So what happened was, they said I did so well until I didn't have to go to ICU. I went straight to what they call a step down. And the reason why I stayed in the recovery room so long, because they was trying to get a patient out of the step down, get them stable enough for me to come. So I got into the room at 3 o'clock in the morning, and with no pain. I mean, Dr. Klein pain management group is the bomb, because they don't, when you wake up, you don't wake up in pain, and they want to know what your pain is on a scale of 1 to 10. Because when I woke up, they was like, what is your pain level on a 1 to 10? I was like a 1. And they was like, okay, that's fine, just keep pushing the pump every 8 minutes and don't let it wear out. We don't want you to have any pain. I'm telling you, I had no pain whatsoever. None. So I get to, like I said, 3 o'clock in the morning, I get to my room. And so they told me, oh, they still had the tube like in my nose. and they said they left the tube in my nose because they said they didn't want me to have to drink the contrast to see if if that everything was sealed right. So that was like, I got there like 3 o'clock in the morning. Then they took me maybe about 7 o'clock down to x-ray. They said everything was fine. They took the tube out of my nose, and I walked around again, but I walked like at 3:30. I was walking the halls with the tube in my nose with the little thing just, on the little pedestal, and they was like, "Look at you just up." I said, that bed was killing me. I was like, I got to move around. I said, this bed it just got me just going here. So then that was like Tuesday, and they only filled my pump thing once. From the time that I got into my room, it was a pump, it was a cylinder already in there, and they put one more cylinder in there. So say from Tuesday afternoon, say like from Tuesday afternoon, then I was getting no more pain medicine. They just said if I wanted some Tylenol to let them know, and I don't think I had Tylenol after that. But everything was good. Also, what and my doctor made it really easy for me is that he didn't want me to drink any milk-based protein to make sure that I didn't have any problems with gas or anything. And so I got that Isopure. So to know that I'm getting 80 grams of fiber, that each one of the bottles is 40 grams of protein. So I drink 2 bottles. I drink 2 bottles of that, and I drink 5 water bottles of water. Then I have chicken broth, a couple of popsicles, and I've been drinking that ever since day one. I've getting in my 80 grams of protein since day one. So it's been a good thing. I tell you, I cannot say that I have a moment yet where I could say there's a regret about me having this surgery. I thank my husband so much for pushing me and being the man that he was, that he saw fit to make sure that what he might have known, I don't know what he knew, but he made sure my journey was complete, and I will forever love him for that. But everything just went just so well at the hospital. So the only reason, I would have only been in the hospital the 2 days, but because of him passing, and then when they told me on Tuesday, I was so emotional. They said they didn't want to take a chance, so they said we're going to keep you until Friday. And I had some counseling. My doctor still doesn't, he's still saying, well, I don't want you to go to the funeral, but that's not going to happen. I will be there. But they want me to do another counseling session on tomorrow with the psychiatrist over at Hubert Humphrey at 10 o'clock in the morning. And he just, they just want me to, have that, because they saying I'm still, just so new. But I was talking to Strinkin Susie, and I got to tell you this story because I had her just dying laughing. Everybody just prepare. You just gonna bust a gut. On Tuesday morning, they tell you how you got to get up and you got to go and you got to use the bathroom, right? So I'm like laying in this bed. And boy, I'm having some bowel sounds. The nurse was like, "Ooh, listen to that. You having such good bowel sounds." I was like, yeah, I hear that. I was like, all of a sudden, someone's like, "Ooh, you better get up and go to this bathroom." I'm telling you guys, when I hit that bathroom, and it fell, it must have been a 5-pound bucket fell out of me. And I cleared that room, and them patients was in there screaming like, "What the hell is that? Oh my God." It was so foul. But I tell you, my stomach was just hard like a rock. After that came out, my stomach was so full, and it seemed like my nose just opened up, like the air. I was breathing a new life of air. I did that 3 times in one day. they was like, that was amazing. They said most people, they don't even have a bowel movement before they go. I had 3 very large ones, and I was killing the patients. I said they probably say, "Ooh, Lord, we'd be glad when this stanky woman go home, because she is lighting up this place." So that was funny. Then I was also telling her, she said she don't know what type of person I am, but yesterday I'm not, you know what? You ain't supposed to sugarcoat nothing, and I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell the honest God truth. Yesterday, guess where I was? I was at the mall. I went to Lindbergh's, the nutrition center. I went to the 99-cent store, and I was at the grocery store. I could not stay in this house. I was bored. So they say you got to get some exercise, you got to move around. So what better way to move around than spending a little money? And I had some things to get. So, you know, I'm just happy. It's no happy. I cannot say that at not one time did I lay in that bed and say, what the hell did I do to myself? I have not. And God willing, I won't have to ask that question, but I have not had to ask myself that question. So I'm very happy. I've yet to be hungry yet. I'm not hungry. I have not no growling or whatever. I'm having bowel movements every day. I'm fine. So I don't know how long I made this video, but anyway, I want to really thank you guys for all the support that you give me. And now that I don't know. Am I still a newbie? I don't know what I am now. But anyway, I'm out here. I'm ready to give my tips and do my thing, you know. So I don't know what I am now. But anyway, thanks for everything you guys do. I love you so much. As you know, I did post a thing about my husband's service on another post before this one. I'm not expecting, you guys to come or anything, but I just wanted you guys to know what was going on. I'm keeping you guys in the loop, just as you, like my family. You guys are my family, because I'm gonna say now, I'm just gonna apologize right now. At first, I was trying to keep up and just trying to thank everybody, and with all of these private message and all that, it's too overwhelming. I can't do it. So please accept my heartfelt thanks right now, and please continue to keep my family, keep me lifted in prayer, and please. And I know my husband, he's gonna be cheering me on and saying, baby, I might not be there to see the end results, but I was there from the beginning. Because I tell you one thing about my husband, I went to the doctor over 32 times. He never missed one appointment. Never missed one. Even if he had to go to work, even if he had to drop me off, stay there a little bit, and somebody came to pick me up, he did not miss one of those appointments. And I love him for that. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.